What's up, all you beautiful people? Let's get straight into lesson 2. In lesson 2, I'll be talking about TradingView and just giving you guys a little bit of what to do in TradingView. Okay, before we start, I want to know my camera size. Is it fine where it is? Because last time I saw it was a bit in the way, so let's try it here. And if you guys don't like it, please tell me, make it smaller, put it to the left, put it to the right. Please tell me what's up so that we can start. Okay, cool. Okay, first things first. When you start TradingView, it will look a bit messy. It might have everything on. It doesn't look pretty. I'm not going to lie to you. It doesn't look pretty. So, what you can do is you can go in settings and you can change what you want here with symbols. As you see, the candles that go up are currently green. If you want them a different color, you can have them blue, you can have them yellow, you can have them light blue, you can have them whatever color you want, right? And same with the red candles. Let's just say, for instance, you want black and blue. But if you look at it, the borders don't match up, so make sure to match up the borders to the right colors, and the wicks, just so it looks a little bit nicer. I personally say don't go for an exotic color. It will distract you. I used to have black and yellow. I used to have purple and yellow. I used to have orange and blue. I used to have blue and gray, and then different blue and gray, and then black. So just go for something that isn't too exotic. Personally, I don't have a problem with green and red. It's pretty neutral. Everyone knows green and red. But if you really want to hear my 2 cents, put everything on black. Put the wicks on black, put the borders on black, put the color on colors that you like. Make sure it's easy for you to read. Don't make it too complicated. Don't make it hurt your eyes, because you will be staring at the chart for a while in the beginning. This, just keep it as is. I personally have it on gray because my chart is on gray, but if you keep it on how it was, it will change color, and just in the beginning it helps you out. Then there's the status lines. I turned it just for description. I turned everything else off because otherwise it looks a bit messy and I don't want to see everything. Titles, there it is. Scales, there's mine. Appearance, there's mine, and so on, so on. In appearance, you can change the crosshair how you like it. I will change to my personal one, and I'll show you everything. In appearance, I will change these lines. It's ugly. You don't need them. Get rid of it. You can change the text. Just make it how you want. You can change the size of it. Just do what's comfortable for you. Do whatever, make it your mission to play around in these settings and find out what you like with colors. It will take a while, so don't worry, but once you get into it, it will be fun, trust me. Also, in appearance, this is the background. If I was you guys, just take it off of white, slightly off of white. It just makes it a little bit better. As soon as you guys have done that, save it in a color scheme. If you look, here is mine. I see it's not all for white, so look at that. I lied to you. I'm sorry. Looks like I got used to it. Here is mine. These are my exact settings. I don't like too much on the chart. I don't like too many colors. Very important while we trade. Time zone, put it on UTC +1 London, because we trade with London time. So it's very important that we have the exact same time. My colors are gray for going up and very dark gray for going down. Nearly black, but it's not. Wicks all black and borders all black. Last line, just keep it to a simple gray. You don't have to copy me. These are just mine. No watermarks. Scales are here. Status lines, like I said, everything turned off except for the description. And then appearance, here you go. Crosshair, I like a straight crosshair. I don't like dotted, nor the smaller dotted ones, which here's the dotted, and then the dash. I don't like that. I like the lines. Text, lines, navigation, everything's there. That's how I like it. Okay, then we get to tools. Tools is also a preference, because with, as you see, these colors, that's what I wanted. That's my personal choice. And as you guys see, if I carry on trading, you'll see me change the colors the whole time, just because that's what I feel like. So we'll be using these tools. Hello. Okay. So this tool is known as a short. This is taking a short tool. So this is a sell tool, and this is a buy tool. The typical color, the fly just flew on my head. The typical color is, where is it? Okay, so your typical color would be like a green and a red for stop loss, something like that. Let me just put on the other one so you can see green and a red. It would be something like that, right? But personally, myself, I have Mace Windu. I don't know why I put it like that. It just peeled into my eyes. So for example, if I have a sell over here, and I want my stop loss to be over there, just before there, and this is an example, I'm not in this trade, it's just an example. If I wanted something like that, this risk to reward tool, the sell tool, will show me if my stop loss is here and my take profit is here, and I entered on this position, then I will have a risk to reward of 5 to 5.8. Well, 1 is to 5.58. It's kind of complicated. Haven't been here for a while. This shows me that I can risk 15 pips to gain 85 pips. This risk to reward tool is very important. I love it. I use it all the time. It shows me where I am in a trade, whether I enter here or my stop loss is there. I'll put it there and enter. Sometimes you'll find, as we go on, I will put stop orders down. So my stop order will be something like this. And then I'll put there in my app, which we'll go to next episode, how to enter a trade, will be, I'll set it. Okay, the entry level is at 1.10650, stop loss 1.10775, and take profit at 1.097791, as you can see on the right here. So this tool is super good. I use it all the time. This is a sell tool. There is the buy tool on the bottom right. Okay, for those that don't know how TradingView works at all, this is the chart. You will see something. Doesn't matter what you see, how you see it, you'll see a graph going up or a graph going down, right? It will be different colors to mine, so don't worry if your colors are not mine. Everyone has their different preferences. Okay, let's start off with the basics. Let's look for a chart. So on the top left here, you will see Euro USD. To get a chart you want, you can either type in the center Euro USD, or you can click onto this plus and then search Euro USD. Or third way you could do it, you could click these three icons. Yours could possibly look like this, or enclosed. I always keep it enclosed while I'm trading. If If it's open, you can click this symbol, add, and then you can search something. So let's say USD CAD. Look for a broker that you prefer. I prefer FXCM just for trading purposes. I feel like they're more accurate. Then you click add to watch list, and then close it, and then it's there. You click the chart, bing bada boom, it's open. That's how you find the currency pair you want. So you could go USD, you could go Australian USD, and then you can find it there and click it, bing bada boom, you have it. And then you could just click add. I noticed now it doesn't go through there. Interesting. So let's go back to Euro USD. As we start off, we just have our pair, right? Doesn't matter what we see over there. Everyone's going to have a different thing as you start off. On the top left, you'll see these weird things. Mine currently says WD, 4H, 2H, 1H, 15M, 5M, 3M, 1M, 30S, 15S, and 5S. As you know, well, as you can guess, it's time frames. Each candle represents one time frame in a specific thing. So right now I'm on the day time frame. So this means that one day, well, one candle is one day. If I show you, so I highlighted one day. If I go to a 4-hour candle, a 4-hour chart, that means that every candle is going to be 4 hours. So this is one day, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes 24 hours. So what you see here in this one movement happened on one day. So as you can see, it went up a little bit, came back down. Okay, I just realized I'm taking a step too quick. People might not know how the candles work. I'm sorry. Before I carry on with the time frame, let me back it up. Okay, let me zoom in on a candle just so that we can understand. Okay. Let's look at this candle. Right? This candle started where this candle ended. Started here. And as you can see, this candle went down slightly, and then it went up all the way, and it ended over here. Ended over here. Can you guys see? So, just for reference, I'll put it on color. So you can see it's a green candle, and it started here, where the previous one ended. It started there. And then it went down slightly because there's a small wick, a very small wick. If we all look, you can see that very small wick. You see it? Okay, cool. That small wick shows us it went down a little bit, but the bulls was too strong, so it went up, and it went up to this wick, but came down a little bit. So look at the next one. It starts there on the same one, came down a little bit, then went up, then came down a little bit. Then the next one, the red candle, it starts on the same spot it ends. So it's a good one. If it doesn't start on the same spot, it means there's a gap, and you'll see it on the charts. It's a physical gap, and that could help us with trading sometimes. Sometimes. Depends on the strategy, but we will get back to that. So if you look at this one, it goes up to this point, comes down further than what it started, hence why the candle's red, comes down to this point. So let me just draw a line for you. comes down to that point, then goes up. That is how a candle works. Every candle is the same, whether you be on 5 minutes or 1 week. I'll show you 1 week. So 1 week's candle starts where the previous one ends, comes down, then goes further up than what the previous candle ended, hence why the candles turned green, and then it goes all the way to the top and comes back down. That's how a candle works. So now that we know how one candle works, we can see that each candle has its own time frame. I was on a week, so each candle you saw was on a week. Let me go back. So one candle in a week's time, we saw it start here, it go down, it goes up to that spot, and then back down to this spot, right? That's in a week. So we will see that on the daily. So on the daily, it starts here. So you can't see what happens in the middle of the candle, but what happens here is it starts there, it goes up a little bit. On the daily, it goes up, and then it comes down to that point, then it goes up to that point, then it ends on that point. Right now it's a Saturday, so the market's closed. So if we look on the next candle, let's just delete all that. Delete all that. So if we look on the next candle, the daily, this red candle, starts here, goes up to this point, goes down to this point, then goes up. If you learn how a candle works, then you can progress to the next step. So if we go down to the 4 hour, we'll be able to see the picture a little bit more clearer. Okay, it starts here, which is probably around here. Starts there, goes up to this area, then comes down, then goes back up to that area. Let's carry on. Let's carry on looking at it. Let's look at this one. So we are going to look at this candle. This red one. Okay. So this red one starts here. Moves its way up. Moves its way down to that area and then comes up. Keep in mind, this is just the beginning. I'm just explaining it so that people can understand that we can move on. So in that red zone, we can see it starts here, probably by this red one. Yep, on this red one. Then it moves up to this point, to that level. Then it shoots down to that level, but then it goes up to over here, which I believe is this one. So it goes up, shoots down, then goes back to that point. That is how a candle works. And that is how time frame works. So we are going to use different time frames to dissect how we enter a trade. I don't want to go too much into candles and everything now because that's a different subject. But what I want to do is just get us used to how TradingView works. So on the left here, well, now that you guys understand time frames and stuff, I would recommend put there daily, 4 hour, 2 hour. I would recommend daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15, 5, 1 minute. Just to begin, use those. As I go through things, I will maybe go to the week, to the 3 minute, to the 5 minute, to the 15, whatever. Don't go into the seconds. Don't do it. You're just going to destroy yourself and you're going to blow an account. That is for extremely advanced people. I will not suggest it until you understand the basics. Okay. So let's go look at the tools we have. in the first tool, we have the crosshair, which is this. Okay, we have a dot, which is that. We have an arrow, or you have an eraser, which just erases things. I keep on the cross. Then, for the next one, we have a trend line. Next to each thing, put a star on the things you will use, and then it will be displayed in one of these bad boys. Either up here or down here. It's up to you. I just keep it over here. I just keep it at the bottom because I know I'll use it. Okay. So, trend line, I mark the horizon key, the horizon line, the horizon ray, the vertical. That's all I mark in this area. Keep in mind, each tool will have a different color. So, you can go on and make it your own color. You don't need us to tell you what color is what. I will go and explain certain colors to you when it's important. But for now, if you see any of the tools I use, I don't give you a color, it means pick a color. Go wild. If you want a funky yellow, go funky yellow. If you want to have a blue, go blue. This is for you to decide. Okay. Next one. We have Fibonacci. I will explain all these tools. It's just good to have them all allocated in one specific area where you're going to use them, so that you don't need to go search for it the whole time. Okay, star Fibonacci. In this, if you see something that you can use, like a brush, I sometimes use a brush. So if you see something you want, get it and star it. There's a highlighter, there's a rectangle, star the rectangle, star the path. Text, I star text and call out. There's nothing there. Risk to reward tools, long and short. Sometimes it is good to have, I don't see it here. It'll be in the next one. Okay, this, don't worry about it now. I'll teach you about it just now. And that is important for this episode. Okay, a few tips in TradingView before we go ham. Okay, if you move the bottom one, you'll just expand what you see, so you'll just stretch it out. But if you move the one on the right, you'll just either shrink it vertically or stretch it vertically. So it will just do this. And if you move the bottom, it either shrinks it horizontally or vertically. If you double tap it, it will go directly in center and it will be locked. So if you use your scroll wheel, it's locked. But as soon as you move it and use your scroll wheel, it will be different. Same with the top. Same with the right. So if I double tap the right, it will lock like that, and I can't. You see, it's not moving that nicely, right? And if you see it locked like that, just move the right a little bit. You can move it up and then move it back down, and then watch when I use the scroll wheel. It's different. You guys see the difference? So this just shrinks it, right? But if I come double tap and then I do it, it kind of zooms out. You'll see it when you trade. Like now I can't go up and down, right? I can't. But as soon as I move it a little bit, then I can go up and down. So you'll see when you trade. Okay. If you want to zoom in like this, let's say I want to zoom in onto this area, right? If I want to zoom in on that area, I hold control on that area and I use my mouse wheel to zoom in. Wherever my mouse wheel faces, that part will be zoomed in and focused on if I'm holding control. So you can do that. Look at that. It's pretty good. Okay. And then if you have one of these tools and you want to put it on a wick, you can hold control and you see it'll kind of find a place to lock on. You think it's jittering, but what it's actually doing is it's going on each of these wicks or candle base or candle, and it's trying to match onto it. So if you actually look at it, it's not jittering, it's not lagging out. It's actually doing what it's supposed to do. It's acting as a magnet. So if you look on the left over here, you'll see the magnet gets activated as soon as I hold control and I move it. So I can get the whole candle with the prime precision I want with holding control. So if you see there, this candle is marked perfectly. We'll be using that the whole time. Okay, then the trend line. If you want to get a line perfect, you can try to measure it like that. It kind of takes long. So if you want the line perfect, just hold shift, the line is straight. No matter what you do, the line is perfectly straight. It can either be going up, right, or 45-degree angle. It will be perfect. That's the trend line. Anything else? If you use this arrow tool, no one told me about it, but now I'm telling you. If you use the arrow tool like I do, all you need to do is just take it, click once, and then you get another arrow. Right? Whoa, fancy. If you want to stop the arrow, just double click, you stop the arrow. If you want to delete one thing, all you need to do is go onto that object on your mouse wheel. You see the mouse wheel? You just need to click it in and delete it. That's cool. If you have too many things on the map, lol, it's a game. On the screen, you can either click this delete button, but if you don't want everything deleted and you only want specific area deleted, you can hold control and click down with the left arrow with the left mouse and cover what you want. Everything will be selected and just press backspace. It's that simple. Okay. I advise when you trade, how I prefer to trade is keeping this piece in the middle. It just makes it for me. You know, if it's over here, it's kind of weird. I feel uncomfortable. I keep it in the middle. I keep it where I can see everything, make it clear, see all the candles. If it's like this, you see, you can't really see each candle. And you're not getting the idea of what is happening in the market. So just expand it. You have a lot of space. Don't worry. I use a widescreen monitor. I'm currently using 27-inch here, but I've got 36-inch. That's how I trade, and it is beautiful. If you can, don't do it if you can't. If you can, if you have the funds to get a widescreen monitor, get it for trading. If you're profitable, get it for trading. It helps a lot. If you're not profitable, first learn on the 24-inch, 25-inch, whatever you have. Learn on that. And then when you become profitable and you make money, then go on to a wider screen. We are not going to say you have to have these certain things to be good at trading. You don't. You can do it on anything you have. You can do it on your phone. I've done it on my phone. Just a normal, whatever size the phone is. Just a normal size phone, right? I've done it. So if you can do it on your phone, you can do it wherever. So first get profitable. Then you can start buying better equipment to do it. To be honest, you don't need the best equipment to trade. You really don't. That is just perks. You'll see people with 49-inch, that ultra wide. You don't need that. Just a simple thing. When you get profitable and you say, you know what, it will actually help me, then yes. But don't get it to become profitable. Otherwise, you're just wasting money and you're going to feel super sad about it later on. So that's TradingView for you. As we go on, we are going to be learning through TradingView nonstop. This TradingView is my go-to because, as you can see, I have all my charts on the right here. I've got Euro USD, GBP USD, and gold and I just watch Bitcoin because Bitcoin's good to watch. So if you are clever, you'll get TradingView, sign up and start doing it. Keep in mind, you don't need to pay for TradingView. If you pay, you can just go back in time to backtest. We will teach you how to backtest and everything, so don't worry about that. I think that's everything I need to talk about with TradingView. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and like the video. See you guys in the next one.